Model Car Mafia was blessed with a guest from out of town here. If you don't recognize Brandon from the Mile High Scale Modeler, right there. Can't snap there. All right, and I'm losing the top of your head. All right, so we're going to take a look at some of your models here, Brandon. Show everybody.
Yep,
so I'm sure you guys have seen these on his channel, but we want to take a close look.
Yet.
Not this. This was a new one.
Yep.
But let's take a look at this. Tell us about this Buick, what you did.
So this is the Foose Caddy from Revell that came out maybe in 2015.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I called it a Buick.
Nope, your Eldorado.
Right.
So the back of it had the two ribs in the back. I totally sanded those out as I did not like that. But this one is, it has the vinyl top as well. The vinyl top is through Scale Motorsports, faux fabrics and a spray can. They no longer make this.
Oh yeah, you sprayed that on?
Yeah, they no longer make this, but you can obviously use, I think it's Krylon or Rust-Oleum has a textured black that works perfectly fine. I also took the wheels came with a red ring. I actually took the red ring out of the wheels and did the actual Molotov pen on it.
Oh, sweet.
To an extent. The engine is all alclad with some kit chrome in there that actually worked with no mold lines or anything, but everything else is alcladded in here. There's also some, I even did some bare metal foil at the top for the latch for the actual trunk. Underneath as well, unfortunately the all-clads kind of come up because I haven't done any clearing on it, but a lot of it was all-cladded. I typically have all my builds be 3 colors. This one was black, this maroon red, and then a flat black as well, so gloss black, flat black.
What maroon red did you use?
This was the Tester's Red Metal Flake, I believe in enamel, but I decanted it and thinned it 2-to-1 with cheap lacquer thinner, Don Yost method. I'm a big proponent for Don Yost and what he does. And then the inside here, you can see the seat belts, the flocking, the flat black, the gloss black, the chrome. Just kind of gives it a full shine to the actual car here.
Yeah, that looks great. Look at the dash.
Yeah. And actually, his Patreon he built this, and I followed along as I built it. The actual one thing you'll want to know about this Foose Cadillac is the ride height in the front is terrible. It actually makes the stance too high for the front. But what's cool is because the way you actually connect it into the chassis is just find out the size of the hole via pin vise and drill a hole right above it, and it fixes that ride height that makes it perfect for this kit.
Yeah, that turned out nice.
So that's that one here.
I'm so glad I got to I'm glad you brought these, because I saw it on YouTube and it's neat to see it in person.
This was the first full build I did coming into the hobby at 27 years old.
Oh, no kidding. So
I'm 7 years into the hobby.
Right on. Hit the ground running, huh?
Yep. And then moving on, we have the Weekend Warrior.
Oh yeah.
Which is my fun build. This one is the 72 AMT Nova that has the 2 fenders that come off. So the funny thing about this one is I actually use canopy glue to get the fenders on and the front grille and try to get the hood to fit all at the same time because it can sway one way left or right. There's really no good fitment to get it to work.
Yeah.
So that's what I did with this. This build is a 3-color as well. It's this blue, which is Star Spangled Banner blue from Tester's decanted, thinned with lacquer thinner over a black base, which is surprising for how good it looks.
Wow, yeah. I'm impressed that...
And the roll cage is yellow, the engine's yellow, the undercarriage. You have stainless steel tubing K&S right here. There's also all the little needles that for sewing pins and whatnot through the actual connectors or the...
the U-joints.
The U-joints, yeah, sorry, the U-joints. Tamiya, I think it's C and D. They're weathering little sponge kits that come with 3 colors. Is weathered underneath here. For here, you have another needle for the oil dip or oil connection, and then some aftermarket parts as well. The brake lines are built into the chassis, which a lot of guys in the 70s and 80s have done, and 60s. It is used by stainless steel, so I kind of followed that method as well to get the brake lines in that way. The engine, guys working by themselves needed a way to look at the gauges, so I actually built a gauge cluster in here for, like, say, the fuel line and the oil pressure to check on it.
Fuel pressure and oil pressure.
Yep. The carbs are from the Bob Glidden Pro Stock kit, the Ford one. The engine for this kit actually came with 2 engines, I believe, and so this one was the bigger of the 2 engines. I used I believe it's the Coronet, the tunnel for it. Parts by Park, stainless steel, metal pulleys, and then some Detail Master tubing and a Detail Master distributor in the back with some wiring.
That's awesome.
The gauge cluster is blue and yellow wiring as well to keep with the trend. The interior is flocked. The glass is dipped in Future, so I did that, and then also you have the roll cage in yellow. And if you can look inside, there's actually a shifter that's yellow as well. Those are the pins you can get from the
some
hobby store as well.
Let me see. I think we can sort of see it. Really bump up the exposure. There we go. Yeah.
And then the wheels and tires I just got off of eBay in a huge parts bin of wheels and tires, and that's what it was. I didn't put any mirrors on it because I didn't want it to be as a drag car. But even the trunk and the doors have little locks that are with those pins as well.
Oh, cool.
Just to keep the aesthetics.
Wow, it's impressive that you did this with the old Pro, because that whole front end situation is a nightmare for many.
It is.
And a frustration for most.
A lot of guys I see build it will keep one fender off because of how difficult it is and call it a day, but I wanted to do the full fender and make it look good.
Awesome. You're watching the Luka Cee channel on YouTube.
So this one I currently have a video I'm building right now. It's still in the works. This is a Rebuild and Rebuilder episode series that I have going on my channel. As of right now, I'm actually working on the hood, as the hood has some issues with the fitment and it having some openness. So I'm actually doing multiple layers of Bondo and stuff and getting that just right where I want it to be. This will be a curbside. This is obviously not finished by any means. Still have a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
But it's a curbside. The interior is
interested in getting that stance.
Yeah, the interior is just sitting in here for now. I still have it broken apart. Haven't done anything with that yet. And then the stance is just, these are Pegasus wheels, and then it is plastic cut out to the shape of the body underneath. And
Perfect.
This was actually, so this one I actually have bought as a parts car. It was kind of broke, taken apart and stuff. The builder that built this actually did contact me through YouTube. He's lived in Texas, and he's a great guy. And for me, I just wanted to give the car, restore it like everyone else does. Cars back from the 80s and 90s, they're sitting in the middle of Arizona in the summer. You want to buy it and restore it and bring it back to its glory, and that's what this is. So with this one, what's cool is it's actually, I believe it's the back, the actual taillights are lower as expected.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of cool. And then also in here has how he did it is that's how it actually, the bottom of the chassis sits on it. So this will be
so you did that, or the original builder?
Original builder did it.
Oh, how cool.
So I'm keeping his design, his chassis, everything to it, but it helped me learn something. And it's an actual full kit as a curbside now.
That's very cool. Quite the stance.
Yep. It's like a bagged, but it doesn't have to be bagged.
Yeah.
The work's not there, you know.
It's going to look good sitting there. It's always really enjoyable to do these type of models once in a while, where you're just concerned about that outward appearance and how it's going to sit there on the table.
Yep.
And you can get some really cool shots of it. Right on. Well, thanks for showing us these.
Oh,
thanks for coming down, and
thank you.
Welcome to the Model Car Mafia.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Yeah, well, wait till you see what happens after.